I think it's a bit of a slippery slope. I heard something the other day about how you can sometimes in leadership roles, you need to maintain that boundary, if you will, between employees or peers because you're wearing that persona or those attributes of being a leader rather than having to be a friend for everybody.
Yeah, how much
And
compassion should you have? That's a really good point.
how much, what does that look like in today's world without having to compromise your own status, if you will, not from an ego standpoint, but your own credibility, if you will?
Yeah.
So,
Well, with the lawsuits today, you're afraid to be too close to your employees. I mean,
right.
when you leave jobs, when you're in the leadership position, you don't get calls say, "Hey, why don't you come over for dinner tonight?" from
Yes.
employees at all. They've got to be peers, and that is a lonely feeling.
Hmm. Hmm.
But in some ways, you need to do that because if you need to discipline, you want to discipline right. So they knew that it was coming. They know it was a fair and honest decision to fire or to discipline somebody. But if you are close and you've been taking them, going to dinner with them and their spouse all the time, that's really tough. So you got to have a little bit of boundaries, yet you've got to show compassion and
Yeah.
do it in a sincere way, obviously.